And well, he stopped for a few months, and he knew that he would be having travel time, that he's now back on board, but he didn't follow any of the things when we went, and he's back to what he sees as square one. Now, this can be massively, massively frustrating for people because you put in the work. He'd been working for like 6 months before. And I said, look, do you want to have accountability while you're traveling? We can just do no calls and we can just have WhatsApp accountability. Said, no, I'll be okay. And I get this a lot from, well, I don't get this a lot from people. I've had it a lot over the years from people where we work on this goal, we get ahead, and then we think we're going to be fine on our own. And as a result, when we then get back on it and we jump on those scales or we check in with our body, our brain fog is back, our sleep is bad, our skin has got bad again, and our weight is up because we didn't follow these routines that we thought we could over the period of time. Now, it can be really, really frustrating for people just to think, I've done all this work. I've pushed for my routine for 6 months or 3 months or however long you've done it. I've pushed for my routine and I've got ahead, but now I'm back to square one. Well, if you fell off a boat, you wouldn't just stay in the water. You don't. There's a quote, and I can't remember where the quote's from, but one of my old clients, Rick Barker, actually has it as the intro of his podcast. I believe he still do, and it's that you don't drown from falling in the water. You drown from staying there. So if you have fallen off, get back on. And the trick is to think about it in your mind because you've done it once before now. And it might be frustrating that you've got ahead and then you're back again. And now you need to go back again once more. But you already know what it feels like when you are training now. So you know how to contract the muscle. You know how that exercise should feel. And your body is not going to be in that beginner situation that it was before. Now, I had to go through this and many, many other people all around the world through COVID when they closed the gyms. I didn't like training at home. In fact, I'd done a lot of cardio. I'd done a lot of running. I'd done a lot of cycling. My body was really, really fit. And I've managed to carry over that fitness. And I still do my running. I still do my cycling. But adding the weight training back in was super, super powerful. Now, I've been weight training consistently since 2006. So I know what it's like to contract my muscle, to push my body, and so on. But having the time off for when was it? It was March 2020 until July that the gyms closed. Then they closed again for a month in November, opened up for a month, then closed in January 2021 until April 2021. So there was a good 10 months without training over that period when it came to weight training. Now, I tried to push with the home sessions and so on, but I wasn't feeling it. And it could be frustrating to say, I was in this shape and now I'm here. But we know what it feels like to do it. We've done it once before. We know these methods work. We can do it if we want to do it. It just takes a little bit of courage to say, hey, that maybe I need some more support. Maybe I need some help or these sorts of things. And just to admit, look, I'm not where I was and we need to start these things again. But the thing to remember is that if you've put on 20 pounds, if you've put on 10 pounds, if your brain fog is back and these sorts of things, do you actually want to get rid of that? How is that impacting your body? How is that impacting your energy, your sex life, your relationships, your work, your business? How is that impacting your sleep? How do you truly feel when you look in the mirror? Because time is going to change whether we like it or not. So you could, and here's a spoiler alert, you're not going to stay the same unless we change the habits back to where they were before or improve them. If you stay the same on your habits, it's not going to be 10, 15, 20 pounds that you have to lose in 6 months. It's going to be 25, 30, 35 pounds. Or you can implement small steps that you know work for your body in this time. Because remember, time is going to change and move forward whether we like it or not, and you can get ahead. And that's the kind of mindset I had to put in when the gym started open. And I'm thinking, I used to be able to deadlift 280 kilos. Now I'm struggling with 140. What's the point? Well, the point is that we could be defeated or we can move forward. It's not to be a motivational video or anything like that, but just have a think. If you're not where you want to be because you've had some time off, whether it's business has taken over or you've been on a lot of travel and these sorts of things, what can you do today to get yourself back to that place that you were before? And to be honest, most of the time doesn't take as long as it did before. Most of the time your body responds better. Most of the time you feel even better and you get better results than the time before. Something to truly, truly take into account. And if you need help with that, drop me a message. Let's talk further. Let's speak about your health. Let's speak about your brain fog, your sleep, your gut health. Let's look at getting you into that peak performance shape to be the true revitalizer that you are. I look forward to speaking.